Hello there. Welcome back to Esea, our third and final match of the day, and it has all colluded into this one final showing. We've seen Valiance, we've seen Team Spirit, but who is going to take Dust 2? Well, at the moment, looking like Spirit already managing to find two opening picks. Esperanto is able to trade one back, retrieves the USP as well. Gonna try and catch somebody else out, but isn't going to be the case. The rest of his team actually over towards long now. He has control of the bomb as well, so in a bit of a tight spot at the moment. The CTs, well, unsurprisingly, not really going to be over-facing in this sort of scenario. Instead, they're going to look to try and challenge versus long. Take some more map control away. They spot out Otto, who can't really do anything in this fight, and the T's instead double back in towards middle. A bit of a risky play, but Esperanto manages to hit the shot. Turns it back once again, gives them an opportunity. 45 seconds still left on the clock, and he, in fact, is going to go wrapping in towards this B site where Chopper is ready and waiting. But even still, seems like a bit of a hesitation as he waits for Nexa to wrap back around. Now, if they can even get a one-for-one trade here, they're going to get a lot of time ticked off on that bomb. Chopper taking a bit of an off angle here, will be spotted. Now his teammates have to start running as quickly as they can, but he hits the shot onto Nexa instead in a 1v1 versus Esperanto. Wraps around the corner, manages to take the kill, has an opportunity to get the bomb down, but instead goes for the face and he finds another one onto Sumda Young. Fakes out the bomb. He needs the kill now to finish this off and gets it as well. The ace from Esperanto. What a start from the Lithuanian, and a ridiculous play to kick off this match. If only Connor was here to see it. That's the problem. He's gone missing. We need to start putting up posters across all of Canada to try and find him. But more for him, as he has just missed a ridiculous pistol round from Esperanto. Already, the Force Spy will come back in. We saw success from Spirit previously in these Force Spy rounds. And Otto comes close to going down, but will find the kill instead. Leave Sotfik alone. The Molotov, oh, that is as bad as it can get. He tries to peek out and take one with him. Coldy, in the meantime, throwing out some flashbang smokes to try and give them an angle. Instead, with both players in the corner, Boost will come in. Coldy manages to get onto the site, but Hunter quickly puts him down and leaves it all onto Sumda Young. And, oh, as he falls back, will be caught 2-0 in favor of Valiance, and Team Spirit this time will have to take the eco. Yeah, I'm still going to invest a little bit of money into utility. A couple of nades, a smoke. Well, this could be the nuke thrown in. Not really anything too diminishing. Oh, you're back, Connor. You missed out on an ace in the pistol from Esperanto, so you've been punished for it.
Of course, that's what I missed, Tom. Since we've
And
got Esperanto back in the server.
Fucking
so
sick as well.
That's the kind of thing. It's the kinds of things that happen, I guess. I see that right now we're just getting through the feeder rounds, though. Mac 10's easy, 5 survivors, 4 of the kills go to the Mac 10's too. So that's max cash for the reward, but a double op in response.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the double orb, especially from Sumda Young. We didn't really witness it in the previous game. It was Coldy, so it may just be more map dependent. Coldy is in fact going to be the lone defender of this B site. Balance already managing to kick things off with the AWP. It's just going to be playing more of a rotational AWP role on that A site. Something we see fairly often, and in the meantime, the T's will look to try and take back long once again, but it's not really that beneficial position when you know that there's an AWP on the other side and you have 2 Galils, an AK, and a Mac 10. Well, the defense Going to be hard to break down, I say, for Valiance. They do have plenty of utility, which is something that the CT side are currently lacking. But other than that, they're definitely in a disadvantage.
Ooh, but they made so much noise, closed doors, that Auto anticipates players, but Chopper walks out through Catwalk, and Hunter then bests him. There's just smoke in the eyes of SDY, but still Hunter comes out from it. And that's going to push Letney into the 1v2 clutch. Whoa, Tom, that was wild. A wild exchange in mid. We had the double door kill, the double spray back, the smoke push, and now the 1v2. He's going to try to isolate these kills, isolate these oppers, in fact, and he has a back turn.
No. Not again. It's already been one clutch in this game coming out from Valiance with SB kicking things off now. Interesting. Molotov thrown out. He's going to try and bait in iDisbalance, but iDisbalance doesn't fall for any of the tricks. Will just be the round going the way of the CT side. Still, though, one man surviving. Look at the cash for the T side. They're going to be balling going into what will be the attempted reset round.
Yeah, I'm more than happy for this situation to come out. I mean, Valiance had it happen earlier on Train, right? They win the 4-0. They have all of that round loss stacked up on their opponent's side. And that's what enabled them to come back into the game. In this case, I'm referring to X. But Team Spirit winning one now in such a fashion with just a single survivor. Like, look at the ramifications of that. MP9 and an ump. No utility for Chopper. Single kit within the mix. I mean, there are definitely some gaps for Valiance to try and fill in with themselves. Look to overwhelm Team Spirit as they're not on all cylinders. And this mid to B split could be exactly the tool that works.
Oh, is Sotvic going to run through? That's the question. Will anybody be watching? Yes, the Hunter is more than ready. He's found his prey, and it's whether or not iDisbalance can do anything. He does, in fact, with the grenade, not the AWP. Young.
Oh!
How does he get the second? That I don't understand. I'm just gonna move on because I don't understand. We've got Letney still holding outside, and I think they're probably as shocked as we are as to how that was a second kill. Otto might be able to get something onto Young, but he's just hidden in this boosted position. Well, not bear in mind also Chopper Letney will be able to find one, but nothing more. I need that slowed down to like a ridiculously slow speed so that I can actually see what on earth he just did.
Yeah, we don't have replays here for the Mountain Dew League, so I just shadow play moments like that, Tom, and then I watch them back after the viewers
you can show me, please.
Yeah, I try to figure out what the heck just happened. What a killer little AUG transfer as he's like falling back. Those are one of those kills where I think you go for it as you run away and you don't think it's gonna work, but it does. And then you just walk away feeling like a badass. You know, cool guys don't look at explosions, and well, that was a head exploding. Just wrecked off CT spawn, but SDY be ready for the door peek. Esperanto tries to pry forward. Letney comes out from the tunnels, and he doesn't expect... SDY does not expect the player to be so close. Good opening space there from Letney. Enables the bomb planter and Hunter to get this down, and now the other two Ts can keep the counter-terrorists so boxed in that they shouldn't even be able to save. But Sotvic maybe gives them a way to exit towards T-spawn. They are isolated back here, and Valiance are about to win a 4th round.
Yeah, a difficult task to do that as well. To just run into the B site and just wreck both players. Like, getting the AWPer, impressive enough, but the second player knowing where he is, oh no. Otto's come so close to so many wall bangs today, and it doesn't seem like any of them are actually coming off for him. Sotvic. Yeah, I wouldn't do that if I were you. You see that it is. He's like, okay, I'll take a little peek. Then a shot comes through the door right in front of him. Nope, gonna just back where I was going.
Yeah. I was never gonna peek that. Well, it's an easy way to be convinced.
Just
buy back. Coldy, what can Coldy contribute? Not much. Goes for the armor ump, smoke molly. 0 and 6. Sotvic not much better at 1 and 5, but his purchase is at least better. He holds all of the grenades and the single kit here for Spear.
Yeah, this is not the worst situation for Spirit, and we've definitely seen them do more with less, but really going to need Disbalance to have a strong showing in middle. Looks to be where the challenge is at least coming in for now. The nade might be able to do a bit of damage, does quite a lot, in fact. Then looks to try and hit the spam shot through the wall, but instead will be forced back. Letney throwing in the Molotov. I wonder if that's a preemptive Molotov just to try and play something through mid. Oh, not again! Another transition headshot. Hunter with both players on A, dead. Gone within seconds. And Chopper's left on long wondering what on earth just happened to his team.
Yeah.
We are being treated at the moment by these two teams.
Yeah. I mean, Hunter, he peeks over the ledge of A site. He sees two heads. They were so close together, Tom. It was like a freakish conjoined. And Hunter's like, nah! Monstrosity. Just wrecks it. And just as fast as he gets those first two kills, this round is over. I mean, Spirit, they know there's nothing they can do. They're trying to flash into tunnels, just looking to hide. Looking to get away from the freakish beast that is Headshot Hunter. Chopper saves alone. 5 T's up for Valiance. This is a T side that has all the pieces now put in place for a very lopsided. Just going to have to keep getting surefire double kills like that one.
But yeah, and that's the scariest thing about Dust 2, I think, more than any other map, is I think momentum is the most key thing in this map. And it's kind of weird because I feel like in every other map you can talk about positioning and sort of your plays, your setups. In Dust 2, I feel like momentum is everything. And spawns, maybe. Because like if you start feeling it, if you start hitting your shots, you can run into long, find yourself an opener. You can take the battle in mid, get that pick instead. You can even look to do what Letney did and just go barreling into the B site and try and headshot everyone. It's one of those maps where if you get rolling and your other team or the other team start to doubt themselves even slightly, you'll destroy them.
I also think there's science behind if you can, once you hit your first op shot through mid door, you can hit every follow-up op shot through doors. And that's the way Dust 2 feels to me. Oh, okay. How about a scout through something? Disbalance hits Esperanto. And now the ace bite is in question, but SDY lines up 2 bodies, cannot hit the second head. And poor Coldy at this distance should be doomed. Looks like Valiance have nabbed themselves a 6th round, and it comes off of the catwalk hit to A. No massive opening, like no sort of kill that completely wins the round. It's not an SDY flick head. It's not Hunter cracking open catwalk to A. It's just a trade train all the way to the bomb plant. And a nice little 3-piece for Nexa. But he's lucky to be alive on 6 health, so almost taken down in return, which could have put Coldy in a prime position to clutch. Or if Coldy had more of a chance to walk back from long, get into the bomb site before bomb was already basically halfway ticked. But alas, Tom, this is where we find ourselves. 6-2, single ump saved, and the money for Team Spirit's definitely going to enable a buy. Saving the AUG is just icing on the cake for Coldy.
I agree with everything you said except one thing, and that is the fact you doubted Sum Dayoung even for a second, because he hits the first, gets the kill, and he's the one who dinked Nexa as he ran past.
Oh,
so, yeah, he did it there.
Okay.
He just didn't
just
get the kill.
One player. All right.
Well,
in which case, that kind of changes the narratives. Like, those are 2 really smooth first kills then, if you never even got shot.
It was close. It was close, but here we go. Quick push up once again. Chopper's been wrecked. Hunter finds another. This is just aggression onto A. They found the weakness. They're trying to exploit it. Disbalance just burning, but he still found 2. He gave them a slight chance. But Coldy doesn't seem too interested in this one. The bomb gets planted, and well, if they can get a quick pick, find an opener, maybe there's an opportunity. They've still got a lot of utility, and that works in both ways. It's great to save a lot of utility. It's also a good way to get back into the round.
No movement? None at all? All right. I thought maybe they'd at least keep the players inside the CT spawn, but Spirit, they just look scared. Look at Coldy. He's hiding. He's trying to shove his head in the dirt like an ostrich.
He's got that little smiley face as well as his picture, which is just like You know,
Kill
you know
me.
the meme. No, I was gonna go with you know the meme where it's the mask and he's actually crying behind it.
Yeah,
That's what I see that smiley face as right now because he's
That's
still
fair.
0-6, and it's mainly because he's been saving that the number's only 6.
Rough day in the office for this third game, but it's because Valiance are looking to move themselves tied for first place. In fact, I think they'd actually have. Actually, never mind. I was gonna say they're just gonna be tied with Riders at 8-0 as a record, and I don't know what round difference. I mean, they'll have a larger round difference, so if that puts them in first place, then so be it. I don't know the rules, Tom. I just know that it's Riders and Valiance in first. Then we've got Vitality with a single loss in third, 7-1. And then the fourth place team at Gamer Legion, well, they already have 4 losses. So there's 3 teams in this league that have 1 or 0 losses. That's Movistar Riders, Valiance, and Vitality. So the odds are Spirit can't close this. But maybe it's the T side that they need. Or it's more and more round loss bonus. We're going to start stacking that up. Potential for double ops continues to rise. Valiance just seem very confident in their Dust 2 play at the moment. They just seem very confident in general. Should be with their current string of international results. Of all the teams in the Mountain Dew League, other than Vitality, Valiance is the next in line in terms of recent international land showings, whether they be success or not. You know, Riders had a little bit of a stint at Blast Madrid, that is. Didn't go too well. Catwalk play being taken here in this round, so Valiance have an open route to the A site plus a 5v4, and the CT split 2-2. If everybody from Valiance hits this bomb site, it's a 2 versus 5. Good luck.
Oh, we're about to get a repeat. Disbalance. The flames come in. This time, yep, they're cooking him again. It's exactly the same. And this time he only gets 1 as well, so arguably a worse scenario. Dropper gonna have to try and do something. He's just trying to hold on to long control. Has Young rotating him with him, but it's not going to be anything pretty. Hunter with another. And Coldy still unable to really do anything so far. It has been a struggle for Team Spirit. Still, money not in the worst case, but they will just invest into some pistols here. Joe, I just noticed, like, looking down the leaderboard, for the teams at the top at the moment, like Valiance, like Vitality, Movistar Riders, it has got easier because Ents did also withdraw. So one of the sort of teams we expect to really battle through this, yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago, but clearly I'm a little bit slow. But yeah, they've pulled out. So one of the real sort of challenges, granted, you do have to say that Movistar Riders did play and beat them. So they're sort of sat there going, wait, what? Like, everybody else just gets a default win and we had to play them. What is this about? Like, that's a load of rubbish. But they get to walk away with pride. And we all know that pride is worthless when it comes to the leaderboard, but it might feel good at home.
It's a good time for pride. It is June after all.
Yes.
Scout shots down mid. Esperanto tagged early, but this doesn't look like it's going to take. Could just continue to charge up Catwalk, and in doing so, they find Disbalance, who tips the scales back to the favor of Spirit for now. With just this 2 scout 3-5-7 setup, who knows how much longer it's going to last. They could go for the boost over smoke, but Coldy's in their faces. And now the headshots are seen, but Esperanto can't line them up. And Coldy, he still resides so close to all this. 5-7 damage comes through, but it goes back the other way, and the nade of Nexa gets that job done. It's 4v4. Letney still has to worry about Coldy close and Disbalance just behind him. All of Valiance here towards Catwalk are now going to start to shift back. Why? Because they have 0 map control with a minute on the mark, and they've lost that anchor on Cat.
Yeah, Coldy's on the board, and he's able to hold down an important angle. Disbalance waiting, but he gets killed off by Nexa. Now the pincer through long is going to make things so much more difficult for these pistols. When I say these pistols, it's only Coldy. He actually dinks both players! That is so unlucky! He's done so much damage for his team and left them so low. Sophic gonna push back in, nothing achieved, and now Young with every single player 1 shot away from death, but he can't run through those flames. No armor. He just has to sit it out and wait, and that may be all he ends up doing. There's an AK on the floor, which would be nice if he can retrieve it. Just look at the T's as well. They're looking to try and cut him off from behind. And that's exactly what they'll be doing. I don't think he's going to expect them to be here.
Ooh, and he jumps. He jumps before he looks down. And so he's sent down, packing. With no AK nor scout saved. Team Spirit. I have to get more of their pieces in position, but I'm starting to feel bad for Coldy, man. Poor guy can't quite catch a break.
Well, yeah, that round, he must have done about 300 damage,
right,
and gets 1 kill.
Yeah, like that's got to be discouraging. Poor guy. But we'll see if they have resilience to hold them up. 3 players, long door push from Valiance. That's going to be challenging. He will have support from players back in the bomb site, but does he need it? Yeah, he's down already next to trades. A little bit of a delay on the peak, but just enough to catch him moving his crosshair. CT's back through middle, have to bolster the A site because the first defender's down, but Disbalance still holds his ground for only 1 kill. Otto bests him in the op fight. Smokes for the cross. SDY very close to the other side. Thinks about sprinting through this. But he's dropped and Letney from behind. Through smoke!
Yeah, Otto just shoots a random bullet in the smoke. Oh, get out. Like, just get out. He hasn't had much to do this game. Like, because, well, you've got Nexa, Hunter, even Letney running into the B site and just killing everyone. So he's just like, you know what? Let's just spam on into the smoke just to get myself a nice little kill. Just filth. Well, gonna look for a little bit of aggression in this round from the CT side. They don't have the finances to do too much else. Stacking onto B as well. 3 players in a crossfire. Middle control's already being taken by the T's. Esperanto looking for that peek, and it kind of needs to come in from Coldy, like just shoulder peeking to get information. Now the smoke will do just that. In the meantime, Nexa, while holding the bomb, has found a player pushing out long, and that may give them the inkling that there's going to be more players over onto this B side of the map, and it will. They're going to start backing away, pushing into middle, and just rotating. This is definitely the right call.
Go. Get moving up the catwalk before the pistol players can shuffle themselves and just get dodged. Valiance with all the calls, all the smoke shots, all the entries, all the money, all the rounds. If I have to really make the point, Tom, I think they've just got it all.
Yeah. It's a tough spot to Spirit to come back from. As mentioned, this map really is momentum-based, and it seemed clear. Able to get a few nice deagle kills, but the bomb ticking. No kit available. Never really stood a chance in this scenario, but yeah, they've sort of been up against it for a long time now, and you kind of, when teams are just running over you like this, it's very difficult to come back from, just even mentally, to go, okay, well, I need to go and take this fight on long and win these duels. And even when they have won initial duels, it's been just fantastic from Valiance trading every kill. I think that's where you have to give a lot of props over to Nexa. I think, like, if you notice, if someone goes down on his team, he's seconds away from trading it every single time, and they're just, well, just playing off his team very well.
It's the unit play from Valiance that I think is always worth praising. Like the spacing between players, for a team that has a lot of individual stars and guys who like to kind of make that hero play, while they do occasionally maybe overdo it, but it works, they also have the ability to just go into these like 2-man systems, and everybody bounces off of each other really well. You know, the Esperanto Nexa combo is always fun to watch. But give me, you know, say Otto and Hunter, and that's another great little duo show.
Speaking of Esperanto.
Yeah, one-man show. Him and Hunter pinching onto this B site, but Esperanto clears all the kills before anything even happens. Again, Tom, there's just no footing for Spirit. They can't find a 5v4. They can't find safe, comfortable positions to hold. They've got one of those rickety metal chairs. You know, one of the legs is actually shorter than the others, so it kind of flops back and forth. It's just there's no comfort, man. You need cushions.
Yeah, it's disbalanced.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, you've thrown in enough today, so I get
fair.
one that's
That's
just
fair.
truly awful. Well, not really what you want to be seeing in round 14 from Spirit, just forced to save. And just look at the remaining T's. Nexa's already going to close out one. And well, I disbalance. You're surrounded, my friend. He's going to manage two. A third, in fact. Can he get all of them? No, he doesn't need to. He'll hold on to his AWP for the T's. That means nothing. Like, they all have ridiculous amounts of money. I've just seen an two auto snipers, in fact, drop to the floor. So maybe going to see some spam down mid at the beginning of the round and just throw them out of the map. In fact, only one. Nexa. He does actually hit a little bit of a leg onto Coldy. Not massive, but it's for free. It costs them nothing in the scale of the round. I'm hoping we're going to see those thrown out of the map. Esperanto, in the meantime, he's not waiting around while they get rid of these guns. He's already just killing people.
Oh, Disbalance's op was just spotted. His barrel came around the corner because he was watching to his right before he went for the peek. But literally only for a second that barrel was shown. It's enough of a warning to keep Catwalk contained. Let me taps Colt. Fare thee well, poor friend.
Oh my God.
2 and 12 is Coldy. 1 and 14 is Soft. Like, these guys are just getting outclassed at the moment. Letney, final headshot at the bottom of mid. 4 survivors again for Valiance. And this 13-2 T side could paint a very dire picture for Team Spirit to start the second half.
Yeah. This is one of those rare situations where you see every single member of Valiance performing, and thus they are unstoppable. Like,
Right, 100%.
especially at this level. Like, maybe versus some of the top teams, there's a way that you dig yourself out of this. Against a team like Spirit, if every single person on Valiance performs, I think even if every single player on your team performs, you can't win. Like, they just have too much firepower, too much individual skill, and like, you're getting wrecked by like Letney, who is more of a supportive player in a star-studded lineup. He's had a fantastic game. Then you've got all the stars hitting their shots as well. You don't stand a chance, and they need something ridiculous to turn this game around.
I want to see the Vitality versus Valiance game. Like, that's going to be an important game for this team. You know, when you talk about the individual level, that's what I'm waiting for. But Nexa still finally peek from behind. Esperanto swings wide, another 3K. He's got 8 kills in the 2 pistol rounds, according to what you told me.
Yeah, he got an ace. Like,
there you go. 5 plus 3, baby.
Yeah, How did Nexa not die? Like, for that long? He had 5 players trying to kill him.
They've got some sort of wizard behind Valiance, man. There's some vulnerability spells. Sometimes looking invincible. Valiance taking a pistol at an instrumental time. 14-2. For all you bettors back home, this is a hell of a time to go for the underdog bet. The live odds look profitable.
Yeah, if you've got a screw loose and you enjoy pain, and
you have too much money.
Yeah, if you have too much money, that's the one.
I'll send you my PayPal.
Yeah.
It's going to be a catwalk push. Final attempt at something. Frag grenade and the Molotov. All the damage you see is from before the shots. SDY just says, screw it, I'm out, and drops down to his death. 4 men up at the end. Valiance 15-2. You want a masterclass? Like, this is a gap between Valiance and Spirit, and yet I think you could say these are 2 playoff contender teams. I mean, Valiance is a given. Spirit currently holding 7th in the stand, tied with the teams all the way up to like 4th. So look at the gap between these teams, Tom. How did Expert get 10 rounds?
Yeah, maybe just the wrong map at the wrong time. I have to say, I haven't seen a Valiance performance this dominant in a
I
while,
think
or at least casted one.
it's because they've had the chance to warm up over 2 games today, that this is their third of the day, and poor Team
Yeah.
Spirit found themselves on the receiving end of
But
a
so did Prosto. That was a
gigantic beating
65.
stick.
The last
It's a
game was dominant as well.
Huge performance from them.
Yeah. We have to give props to Expert as well for how well they did earlier in the day. I do wonder if we'd seen Valiant start CT side, if the case would have been the same.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm also taking into consideration Expert's performance from last week when they nearly, destroyed Movistar Riders' record. Like that was an incredibly close. So, in hindsight, man, I'm keeping one eye on Expert, and the other eye's glued to Valiance. We could be looking at the top-ranked team of the season. One final round from Spirit here, a final valiant effort to take the B site. Letney's gonna peek out from doors as bombs dropped. It's Hunter, who's managed to double with the MP5, but dies to SDY, so 3Ts get in through the window, but the CTs give quick chase. And in doing so, they take down another. Bombs planted and headshots connect out of the scout. 2v2, Tom, take it away.
It's possible, and actually, it's onto the 1v1. Nexa again. Chopper waiting around the corner. He doesn't know where he is. Chopper's well placed for this battle.
Oh, no!
No! Can't end like that. Let's rewind. Let's try that one again. I don't want it to end like that. Oh, no. Oh, I've got to put my camera back on.
Yikes. That's the way the last round closes. Final round, last round, fast round. It all combines in the end. It was a big mid-B push. And it looked like it had some prospect when the players for the CTs come out from the smoke grenade. They get shot down by the scout inside of doors. There was hope there, Mr. Bismeyer, but the hope and the day is all done.
Yeah, and I that is not the note that I particularly wanted to end it on. I think that after we sort of built into it, was like, okay, we saw a good game from Expert versus Valiance at the start, and then Valiance coming back. Then we saw Spirit with like a solid showing versus Sprout. It's sort of built into a game where I was like, okay, now Spirit, they rise to the occasion. They fight versus one of the top teams. They got destroyed. Like they were never in this match. Like the only hope I saw was when in the pistol round at the beginning, when they were in a 3v1 versus Esperanto, and then he killed them all. So then the hope was gone, and from there it just dwindled. Like their best players just didn't show up. Like even Sum Young, someone who we were really sort of hyping up, building up in that game versus Sprout. Nah, I have to say, like Valiance just looked incredible, and I think this is building up to be an incredible playoff stage, like genuinely incredible. When we get there, like the LAN will be ridiculous. And of course, that will then be a battle for Pro League, which even still, like for whichever team gets through, you know that it's going to be a great addition to the league.
There's normally like 1 or 2 teams in a season of ESEA that always are kind of
considered
a notch above, right? Yeah, for a while, that's, kind of who we look for. But remember, there was a time where we had God sent down in the season. We had Big down in here. Like there's always this constant rotating, which team misses out on Pro League basically is the guys who we consider the favorites for the next season of MDL. And then it's just like, well, you failed the season of Pro League. So now your challenge is to defend your throne versus all these upcoming talents.
For a lot of games as well.
I think with Ents departing this season of EU, the big question mark was like, who's going to take their place? And Vitality were a given. I think they're still a favorite. But you cannot deny that Valiance are just up there with them, if not, on par, just behind, because we also know Valiance have won Summit. They had a good showing just here at DreamHack Masters
Vitality,
Dallas too. So like Vitality are a notch above still because of other placements. But dude, Valiance online, this was sick Counter-Strike tonight. And I really want to watch that 1v01. But well, it's not going to happen tonight, Tom, because the day is over. So why don't you close the show and send these people packing?
Yeah, no, thank you guys very much for watching. I believe we will be back tomorrow as well. I can't promise it'll be as exciting than that, but we'll be here, and there'll be plenty of good games coming either way. So, yeah, make sure you join us tomorrow. Follow the channel, follow us if you haven't already. Don't know what you're doing. But, yeah, Connor's blown you a kiss, so that's us saying goodnight.